U.S. officials say the Khorasan group may be planning a 9/11-style terror attack against the U.S. or Europe. I'm Miranda, and this story tops your Newsmax Now update. Meanwhile, the Pentagon continues to investigate reports that the group's leader died. Several reports say Muhsin al-Fadli was killed by U.S.-led airstrikes inside Syria. Earlier today, President Obama addressed the terror threat at the UN General Assembly meeting. The president says now is the time for the world to choose between fear or hope.
The only language understood by killers like this is the language of force. So the United States of America will work with a broad coalition to dismantle this network of death.
President Obama highlighted the fact that 40 nations have now joined the U.S.-led coalition. The Netherlands is the latest country to team up with the U.S. It says it will send 6 F-16 fighter jets to join the fight against ISIS. Also, British Prime Minister David Cameron says he may ask Parliament to consider joining the airstrike campaign as well. And what you're seeing right now is an intercontinental ballistic missile being launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. It's a test of the Minuteman III missile. The Air Force says the 4,200-mile test flight was a success. Pretty cool. And in Florida, new numbers show that the governor's race is neck and neck. Take a look. The new Quinnipiac poll gives Republican Governor Rick Scott a 2-point lead over former Governor Charlie Crist. However, 17% of voters are still undecided, and it seems men and women are split in Florida's upcoming gubernatorial election. Take a look. 43% of women polled say they'll vote for Crist. That compares to 41% who say they'll vote for Scott. Meanwhile, 48% of men back the Republican governor. And the latest Gallup poll shows that a majority of Americans say the U.S. needs a third political party. 58% of respondents say the current two-party system, well, just doesn't do an adequate job of representing the American people. Well, that bug that's been making kids sick all across the country continues to spread. Enterovirus D68 is now confirmed in 30 states. Symptoms run the gamut from a runny nose to body aches, but some cases have forced kids into the hospital. And the Federal Drug Administration says Chantix may not cause suicide after all. The FDA says recent studies found little to no evidence linking the anti-smoking medication to psychiatric problems. This after the agency warned about suicidal tendencies linked to the drug back in 2009. Pfizer, who makes Chantix, wants the FDA to remove the warning on its boxes now. I'm Miranda, and that was your very latest Newsmax Now update. We'll have more coming your way in about 30 minutes. For right now, let's return to the Malzberg Show.